It's okay. We can focus on other things like coffee and design. Um,
Yeah,
okay, I'm stoked for this.
me too.
I feel like we're a sort of perfect encapsulation of two sides of the 80s with our outfits going on right now.
This I'm obsessed with this sweatshirt. It's like my new favorite sweatshirt. Rainbow Co-op in San Francisco.
Oh my
They
god.
did this like merch drop out of nowhere with Realtree.
Okay.
I don't think they're like a collaboration or anything like that, but they
Yeah.
just got a bunch of Realtree product like hats, uh, big baggy like shirts, and then this sweatshirt and with this orange.
It's
And I
so
love
good.
camo and
Uh,
orange, and it's bigger on the back. You can
yes.
kind of see it, but it's
Whoa.
like
That's amazing. What is it? Is it like a
it's
photograph?
it's yeah, it's like kind of a picture of like an old school drawing of like women and like a pheasant, and it's I'll see if I can like I'll take a picture of it so I can
Awesome.
show you. But
That's
yeah, it's like one
awesome.
of my favorites right now. And then my friends live in Tacoma and they got me this hat, and it's been like my new favorite go-to hat when I don't want to do my hair.
That's amazing. You look like you're ready to go hunt some rabbits.
I'm ready to hunt assets for designing.
Yes. Oh my god, I'm so stoked. I'm gonna start recording. We should get
Yeah, I
into
think
it.
that's a
I'm
perfect
ready.
segue into it. Super excited.
Yeah.
Welcome everybody back to Search History Design. Today we are doing something fun. So I'm Austin,
I'm Katie.
and thanks for joining us again. We're gonna do some bookmark designs today. We took a week off of recording to just plan and stuff, but we've been hyping each other up about this bookmark project, and I'm just looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to another design together. I've been on my reading era for the last 2 years, just trying to like unplug a little bit. So when you
Yeah.
suggested, bookmark design, I was super stoked at that idea and was like, wow, why didn't I think of that? But I'm so glad that you did.
Well, it's so interesting. Like, I feel like the main design thing is posters. It's like always a poster. And
Yeah.
I think to make design more tangible and accessible and exciting, it's always good to have a little product, especially something to get people offline, something non-digital. So, um, we've talked a lot about how literacy rates are decreasing not only in the US but globally. And I at least have been bullying my friends to read more. And an easy way to do that is to give someone a bookmark. I just made my most recent business cards I made as bookmarks, which I've been really excited
I
about.
love that.
So, yeah.
That's such a great idea, and love a non-traditional book. Oh my gosh, can't even talk. Love a non-traditional business card.
Yeah.
I think bookmark is a great one.
Because I
A
hide my
couple.
personal information, but like it's like a little computer screen,
I'm obsessed.
and then the back is like my little go-to frogs.
I love the
So
frogs.
the frogs are great. I
Love
am
a
my
little
frogs,
frog.
honestly.
Just a little
It's a little
little
guy.
frog. Yeah, just a little guy, little non-binary, NB, whatever we want. But I
I
love a frog.
I had a mug that I was using, and my grandma was looking at it, and she's like, "Yeah, I could tell you designed this because it had frogs on it." And I was like, "My grandma, who's like not on the internet, is already knows," which is
She knows your
incredible.
personal brand,
She
and
does, which made me feel good.
that's a testament to your personal brand.
Yeah, how froggy
I've
I
been drinking my morning coffees out of the mug that you gave
am. Yes,
me
really.
almost every day. So I love it so much. It brings me so much joy, and I'm still riding the high of our meetup from our off week,
Yeah,
which was pretty much spontaneous. So
yeah.
that was
We
really
should.
nice and just like very rewarding.
Yeah, we didn't really give a ton of background in our last call, but basically, like, we met on the internet and we'd never met in person. And last week I had a mini residency in the Bay Area, and thank God, like, we got to meet. That was awesome. It was perfect
It
timing.
was so great. It worked
Just
out
very
so beautifully.
serendipitous. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's just like, I think if anyone's in a slog about making stuff, like make a friend. Like have your friend get you out of your head. Like,
Yeah.
go be
Share
sociable.
your art with your friend. We did a little art exchange with each other.
Yeah.
I gave her some stickers, and you
Oh.
gave me the beautiful mug, and I don't have it at my desk
Yeah, I
right
was
now,
gonna
but
say I don't have the stickers, which I've been using as a bookmark. But yeah, I think, and again, like one of the reasons that you created this is because community is so important, and so being able to forge these relationships in person and offline are really crucial, honestly, especially given the era that we're in. So it all
totally.
ties together. But yeah, bookmarks, fantastic. I think I don't have mine are so far away, but um, I recently started reading this like oh my god, it's crazy. So there's these little chapbooks that are from Penguin,
Okay.
and it came as a series of 80. And I was like, these are the rest of the books I'm going to read this year, and I'm on number 4 so far. But it's this
Nice.
insane. Oh my god, we were just talking about working out, and I'm so weak. It's insane.
Because you've been working out.
Yeah, exactly. This insane box set of 80 books.
Whoa.
And
Whoa.
they're all because I don't know any classic literature. I like refused to read stuff in high school that wasn't sciency, and
Sure.
I regret that now. But it's like a mix of like Hans Christian Andersen, Charles Dickens, and then like the first 3 I already read were like some Italian book of like this man doing horrible things, classic,
Oh,
random
nice.
literature, um, random poetry about God, and then a Scandinavian tale about this man who also did less horrible things, I guess. Um, and now I'm on the 4th one, but um, in addition to the stuff I normally read, which is design stuff and science
Hmm.
stuff, I probably read more than the average person in America, given that the average person in America didn't read a book last year, which is concerning.
Yeah.
But I'm also trying to force myself to be better and go out of my comfort zone and like do things that I don't want to do.
Yeah, admittedly, this week for me was kind of a bad, quote unquote, bad week. I didn't really read at all. I was
Yeah.
super stuck on my phone this week, and I need to unpack that a little bit. But I think there's ebbs and flows to it as well.
Yeah.
I got myself back into it by the end of the week, work week, and today a little bit. I also brought some books. I've been reading Kagurabachi.
Yes.
I
Oh,
heard that it's going to be made into an anime soonish in the next year or so.
no way.
The story's really good so far. I've been really enjoying it. And I've just been getting it from the library. This is a great way to just like unplug from my phone, but not have to read something so dense.
Yeah.
I've been doing this like fiction, nonfiction thing, which is good. I've learned a lot, but sometimes it's hard to start your morning with a
Yes.
very dense, heavy, sad nonfiction book. So this is a great way to like just unplug and
Yeah.
still have like just beautiful art to look at and a
Yeah.
good story and all that. So I love that the SF library has a ton of manga. Not everything, obviously, but enough. And then I've been for our book
Yes.
club
Oh,
reading
I
this
will
a
pick
little
up my
bit.
copy. My copy's on the floor.
Yeah, I haven't made it too far because I also need the time to do the assignments, quote
Yeah,
unquote assignments.
exactly.
Um, there's a few that I don't know if I'm gonna do every single one, but I do really like
Well, the
how
first
many
one is
there are.
find a child and follow them around, and I feel like that's hard to do when you're in
Yeah,
your
my friend
yeah.
has a kid, and I actually am thinking about doing something separately. Like he showed some interest in like how I make stickers, and
Oh,
so I think I'm gonna try and figure out a time that he can come and we can like make a couple different like sticker designs together, and I can show him like the whole process, like of like here's how we draw it on my iPad and everything. Yes, I love that page so much.
yeah, I'm just gonna hold up some stuff while you talk, but for context for this, because you people on the internet don't know this, is so
Yes.
I went to Immaculate Heart High School, which is a Catholic all girls high school, and it used to be part of a college called Immaculate Heart College, and there was a couple famous nuns who taught there, and one of them was Karita Kent. She was this incredible artist, and she basically sort of she taught all of these artists in Los Angeles, who then taught more artists, and so sort of all of Southern California is subtly influenced by her, whether people know it or not. And so she this book, I think, I don't know whether it came out posthumously or not, but this is her workbook, which is like she wrote it with one of her students, all of these lessons about how to actually make things. And so, for example, and it's like everything is obvious, and then it's also mind blowing. So it'll be like,
Yes.
this page is just called like everything is a source. So it's like, go look at something and draw it, and then draw its shadows, and then draw it in light, and draw it parts of it, and
Totally.
things that every artist knows about, but like isn't practicing constantly if you're like not in school. And but the book, it's called Learning by Heart, is also about who you are as an artist, and it's emphatic that you have to do everything all the time. You have to take it seriously. You have to like show up, and very few people like know about this book, and so I am a propagandist, and I forced Austin to buy it.
And I appreciate, I actually got it from the library, and I'm glad that they had it. But I love how the overarching concept is there's art in life, and you living your life is artistic in itself. There's so much artistic and expression in the things that you do that may not seem like art, but they are. And I think that's just in the first few pages, it nails that home so deep, and basically sets the preface for the entire book that by existing and by living, you're living an artistic lifestyle, and you can manifest that into different ways. And here's a few ways that you can do that, and by a few I mean a lot of different assignments and ways of like looking at the world around you, your life, the things that surround you on a daily basis, and how you can draw inspiration, and how you can tap into your own creativity within your body through just existing, and taking time to slow down and open your eyes in a different way than maybe you do on a daily basis. So I've really enjoyed it so far. I really want to do the viewfinder project, and I want to do my own iteration of that as well. I was thinking like a fun way to do that would be like use my digicam, but have it like zoomed in at a certain level, and then just like what pictures can I do, and have that be sort of the viewfinder to like bring into a digital medium as well, because a lot of it is drawing based, which I love, and I'm definitely going to do some of that. But I was also thinking like, okay, how can I also put my own spin on it but still pay homage to the assignment and the original? So I'm enjoying it so far.
I'm trying to find a passage that's just like, it really hits you over the head with a hammer. Like, it's very emphatic.
Yeah, I can't even quote a specific piece, but I know there is a part relatively early in the book where she just talks about, even rearing a child is artistic in itself. And I love that. I think it's things that we as artists, as designers, think about on the daily, embody, but sometimes don't verbalize them. And I think we talked a little bit about this in the first episode, but it's still true. And sometimes you just need someone else to verbalize it for you, to like really connect the dots and be like, yeah, I actually do believe this. And it's nice to sit in that and also have someone else's perspective. While it's similar, there's still a lot of difference in it, or just ways to expand upon it to grow and to acknowledge it more. And so I'm enjoying it, and thank you for the suggestion. It's so cool that you actually had the experience of knowing her.
Well, not really.
Or
she died before I was there, but
knowing her work
is everywhere in the school. This point, I think, and I think like I brought this book. This is actually my second copy. I don't know where my first copy is, but I brought this book up to my residency with me, and I think I'm in a period of art where I'm like making a lot of art, but I'm still dealing with a lot of imposter syndrome, anxiety, depression about the world and about my art and its place in the world and everything. And this has been a real balm to that, in terms of it's an emphatic, like, you have to make the art, and not just in a grind set, hope core, 2026 way, this is your essence as a human being. And I think this passage gets it. So this is written by her student. So she says, her as in Karita's nonstop red-eye special assignments tore away at preconceptions, exhausted the self-conscious approach to art, and led us finally open and hopeful in new directions. She asked that we let happen a personal journey down unfamiliar roads in pursuit of answers which were in some ways less important than the trip. She knew we would encounter terrific surprises along the way, and her job was to make us able to experience and relish them. Living the questions was our job. We were never being artists. And I think that's really important, especially with what we're doing here, is like, the AI wave of like art doesn't matter. We can
Hmm.
generate everything. You don't have to do the work. You can be lazy, is bullshit. And this reading this is sort of a recommitment to like, no. To make art is to be alive and to celebrate everything in the world and to help show it through a new lens to someone else, to help teach, to help learn, and not in a sort of hokey way, in a very like didactic, energetic, strong way. And unfortunately, um, I wish she were still alive. We need these like strong teachers to be a voice of reason against all the nonsense that we're going through, and it's so much worse now than it used to be. This book was made before. I mean, obviously they had computers, but it was like the early 2000s where like the
Yeah.
internet wasn't doing any of this stuff.
No, I think that's well said. And a part that they touch on in the beginning of the book is how the teaching her teachings have made their way through generations. A student of a student is embodying these teachings. So while she can't be alive, we can also carry on that legacy in our
Yeah.
own way. And I'm excited for that. I love that was in the beginning because, like you said, like as much as we wish she was alive, perhaps we can embody it in some way, just an
Yeah.
ounce of her creativity and understanding. So
It sets the tone.
it
We
does.
we
It
gotta
does.
get in there. We gotta make shit.
Yeah, totally. And I think with that being said, maybe we should
We
start
should
going
make
now.
shit.
Let's do it.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna do my little tippy taps. So
All
I'm gonna
right,
try to
let's do
not
it.
draw anything today.
Okay, yeah.
Um, and but I do want to say when I make bookmarks, I always make them in a weird ratio, which is like 2 inches by 6 inches.
Oh, I'm doing 2 by 7. So
Okay. I like a fat, short bookmark.
yes, I wanted just enough space. I was kind of not kind of. I was researching sizes and stuff like that, and I obviously the textbook bookmark, which I think is like 3 inches by 8 or 9 inches, was appealing to me because that is closer to a poster. But
Right.
I wanted to challenge myself and do something a little bit narrower. What would that look like? I'm using Illustrator today for
Welcome to my
that.
life.
Yeah, yeah. So I figure I'll switch it up, and I wanted the artboards next to each other for front and back. So
Yes.
I think that's the best setup for that.
Exactly. Yeah, we'll see what I end up doing. But yeah, it's so I'm gonna mix like a bunch of stuff that I have made in the past, like all of these different ideas and feelings and things. Um,
Nice.
oh dear, what is happening? We're already experiencing technical difficulties, but that's par for the course.
That is
Um,
part of it.
yeah, I don't know. There's something so exciting about making a bookmark. We when we were having our discussions, talked a lot about like the Scholastic Book Fair and sort of, and maybe one of the next videos I can just record myself talking about like the brand guidelines. Um, but like when we were designing what the vibe of this channel was going to be, it was this discussion of like, well, what was the last time we sort of felt design whimsy and education combined? And we were talking about how we have all of these TV shows from PBS and also the Scholastic Book Fair and whatnot, and how other people online are now talking about um, sort of the ways in which that sort of nostalgic, hopeful stuff was sort of instrumental in this sort of mix between design and education and life. And I think I don't know, that's sort of interesting to me.
Yes, love fun learning. Scholastic Book Fair was something that I always look forward to in school, not just because like we got out of class, but just like the world building that it was at the time was so nice. Like the room, a random room in the school was always decorated, and there was just so many things. It was like an art exhibit for kids, in which you just like navigated the room and looked at all the new things, all from books to games to, learning projects and stuff like that. So I always look so fondly on that. And Like you said, it was such an inspiration for the design aesthetic of the channel, and sort of the pathway that we want to take this design. Um, yeah, so it makes me happy, and yeah, I'm just looking forward to the evolution of it as well, because I think it will evolve
Yeah.
naturally over time to embody more of what we do, and as we grow as designers as well. I think that that will just be a fun side project essentially in itself, is like a revamping our vision for what this is. So
Exactly. And yeah, and I think, I don't know, also being messy, like I think there's
yeah,
this sort of feeling. I mean, I've never worked really as a professional designer. I mean, we could talk about that, but I sort of have this feeling like with the Instagramification of design, where now all branding has to be perfect influencer, whatever. It's sort of made it difficult to have something that looks like the old I Spy books, like something like old and messy and confusing, and like if it
yes,
doesn't automatically generate, hype, then it's not great. And it's like, well, I mean, I'm sure someone's actually done research on different design sensibilities and trends on different forms of aesthetics and what they mean in terms of socio-political whatever. But I do think like just being able to make something kind of silly or weird, or that would appeal to like losers and weirdos, that which is a group I identify with. Not everything needs to be perfect and trendy. And I think like there's something great about like a 90s like weird goosebump book or whatever. Not that
yes.
those things aren't also highly designed and beautiful, like the paintings on those are incredible, but just that something could be sort of genuine and strange is really important. And I think like I certainly have struggled as a designer to like get in with the like the glossier whatever, like that kind
Sure.
of like clean and finished and whatever. I'm not like other girls, um but
Period.
genuinely like um I don't know, there's something important about just making weird stuff and making it sort of nostalgic. And I know I'm making everything digitally, but um I don't know where I'm going with this.
No, I agree. When I think of like funny, weird design, I always think of Animorphs.
Yes,
The
yes.
covers, they're so intriguing. Obviously, there's a storyline behind them. I've never read them, but I did watch like a YouTube essay on them and sort of
What
understand.
what did it
Uh,
say? Like what what did you learn?
there's like an alien component with it that
Okay.
relates to like why they turn into animals and stuff, but to I
Okay.
can't say the whole storyline or anything like that. I forget it all, but it was eye opening. I'll see if I can find it for you.
Yeah, no spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers. But yeah, no, I think an I Spy challenge would be fun too. Like, how can we? Obviously, I Spy was like shot in a studio and they
Right.
arranged all the toy pieces, but it'd be fun to play into that homage and see like how could we, you know, play with depth and all of that in a design, and you know, kind of use I Spy as an inspiration for a design in a platform that's, you know, relatively 2D design based.
Right.
Obviously, you can do some 3D stuff in Illustrator, but
Well, this is
it
part of our interpersonal drama, which is me hating Photoshop. And so what is the role of photography in graphic
mm-hmm.
design? Is it still as important as it used to be, or is everything so Illustrator based these days? And also, what does that say about AI in terms of photography, where now all the photographs aren't even like the models aren't
Oh
real?
my gosh.
And it's like, well, you know, that's concerning too. We've sort of moved
Yes,
away from reality in a very concerning way.
I agree. I agree. Also, we didn't say this up front, but we're gonna give ourselves 45 minutes to do this. So there's a little time challenge in there as well, but I think it'll be fun.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Oh dear. Okay, I thought I deleted my whole document. I was about to cry. Save your
Been there.
files, kids.
Yes, save your files. Did I save mine? Now I did.
Yeah, there's God, it's so this always happens to me, but it's like every single project, there's always you can always talk about like 4 billion different things because so many things are interconnected.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh dear, what did I do? Maybe it doesn't matter. Okay, well that looks awful.
To go back to what you were saying, in typical me fashion, I am incorporating a photo into my design. A
Fantastic.
photo that I took.
Oh wow, okay.
So I'll talk about it later. When we reveal the design and the backstory behind it. But I thought it might be fun, and maybe it doesn't end up making it to the final design. We'll see. But I at least have that vision when I started thinking about what do I want my bookmarks to look like. It
Yeah.
came to mind a little bit. So we'll
No,
see.
that's great. I This has been a struggle of mine forever, which is that I just never use photography. Which is crazy because I like am a film photographer. Like that's one of the things I studied in college was I was like a darkroom manager. So like I love photography and I actually love black and white photography and I guess I'm lying because I do use a fair bit of photographs for textural components. So I'll do like a gradient map or I'll do which is for non-designers watching, I don't know how many of you there will be. Um, it's when you like if you took a black and white image and then you switch the black and white with two other colors, so it's like red and blue, for example. Um, and so I do a lot of that stuff, and I do a lot of, and I'll show my screen quickly, like this textural stuff. So these are like, this is a poster I just posted online. I know this, we're not supposed to be, showing other design stuff, but like this is where you take a texture and then image trace it. So this is like snakeskin, for example. Um, so um, basically, I do use a lot of textural components like that, but for some reason, like my work never became really photography oriented, which is kind of weird because like Austin, yours is like a perfect 50-50 split between like
It
hand
is, and
drawn, beautiful sketch stuff and then also like photography.
and that's the beauty of it. Like I
Yeah.
love how you manipulate photography to fit into your style, and it's something that I want to take back. And you sort of out of the blue messaged me the other week or whatever, a picture of your coffee, and you were like, guess that texture, and it
Uh,
literally like a
the
ripple in
portals.
coffee. Yeah, exactly, like a ripple in coffee reflecting the environment around you. I think you were outside or something, but
Yeah.
it just looks so cool. And I love that, and I want to do more of that. And it inspired me, like, wait, what can I do, with photography in a non traditional way, or in a more abstract way, I guess is a better way to say that.
Yeah. And I think the creative
And
book definitely helps with that because the whole book it's about like ways of seeing, ways of doing. It's like this thing that you like, you're so used to looking at this lamp in your house, but if you actually like zone out and look at the lamp for like 4 hours straight and look at the different shapes and angles and shadows, it's something entirely different. And I'm like,
totally.
wow, I know this was not an acid trip at the time, but I'm like, that's the definition of an acid trip is what it sounds like.
I mean, staring into the light and then looking away creates such a visual effect in the environment around you and how you see all the different colors and stuff like that. So I definitely could see how that would create just another lens in which to view an environment that maybe is comfortable for you.
Right, exactly. Um, which again is so interesting, like so infinite things to discuss. Um, wow, I'm trying to like draw with the like the I don't not the pen tool, the like was it a shape tool? The thing I use all the time where it's like making curves and arcs and whatever.
Oh, uh-huh.
What is that called?
The like arc tool?
I guess so. Um, hold on.
Like in the line segment section,
Yeah,
or
it's the curvature tool. Um, and it's just everything looks so bad. I'm so heavily reliant on pen and ink. Um, oh, that's awful. Well,
I wanted to bring in some new fonts
yes.
before the I was trying to go on Adobe Fonts and it was just glitching out. It would
Really?
just like auto refresh every
What?
second and I just couldn't even I couldn't even look for new fonts or anything like that. So but I
Wait,
think I have an
what?
idea.
Like the
It was just
website wasn't working?
yeah, the website was just like auto refreshing a bunch. So I definitely have a bunch of fonts in here, but I was gonna try and get something new that I hadn't used in a project before, and not to say that I've used all these fonts in a project before, but
Wait, but that's so crazy. What
leave it to
happened?
Adobe to just like crash out.
Especially when we need right when we need it.
Yeah.
Um, that's never I mean, I've had issues where I've like downloaded a font from Adobe and it like doesn't work, but I've never had an issue
Mm,
where the website was glitching. That's very I wonder if that's like their AI implementation like crashed or something.
sure, maybe. I mean, I'll blame it on the AI.
Oh god. Okay. I'm trying to be cartoony and it's like real rough. It's been too long since I've like had to design something, I think. Like a character. What were your favorite cartoons growing up?
Ooh, that's a good one. So I definitely a superhero nerd growing up. So like Justice League
Yes.
Unlimited were like two of my faves, and then I actually did like a rewatch in my like early 20s of those just because I was like I've only seen these as
As
a
a
kid.
kid.
And I think the art style, the character design style, definitely feeds into like my personal style a little bit, how I approach character design, and not quite as like intense proportionally, where it's like massive dude chest, like
Oh,
skinny waist,
but it's
that
so
sort of thing.
fun. I love that.
Same thing with like female anatomy in that show, but I think there is like some inspiration in there. So I definitely love that. Ben 10 because of the
Mm,
aliens.
yes.
Um,
I just
Obviously SpongeBob
I
and
just did like a super deep dive and watched several hours worth of YouTube videos about all the Ben 10 stuff because I was like I
uh,
should rewatch it and I was like I don't have time to rewatch all of it. I'll
yeah,
just watch the compilation.
I love that. I love a creature. Just throwing it out
You do
there.
love a
I
creature.
do. It's such a like dragons, dinosaurs, aliens, like all that stuff. Like I love that. I love drawing it. I love consuming media around it. Um, so obviously that show was special to me for that
Yeah.
reason. I never watched all of it because yeah, I just never like was able to like sit down and binge it or anything like that. But I definitely saw a good like majority of it and just love, like I said, love a creature.
Yeah. Oh man, that's so good. Also, I
And then
forgot
like
what books looked like right now. I'm trying to draw one. It's not going well.
what about
Ugh.
you? What are some of your faves?
Oh yeah, no, I'm totally the same. I love Justice League. I'm a big Marvel and DC person, although really
Okay.
probably more DC oriented other than the X-Men, which I love.
Ah, yes.
And um oh no, my book looks like a mustache. That's not right. That's not what I want. Um but yeah, I loved Courage the Cowardly Dog. I loved like the weird
Oh,
stuff for sure.
yeah.
I also love Justice League. I there's something so appealing about the character, like what you were talking about, the character designs, and yeah, obviously it's like unrealistic body standards for everyone involved. But like the art style is fantastic, and like I think that's like if you're a kid, your first entrance to art is now a TV show, right? Like it's comic books and video games and like for me at least, like my aesthetic choices were founded by Pokemon and Super Mario Brothers and everything on Cartoon Network. And,
Mm-hmm.
you have a lot of weird abstract stuff like Ed, Ed, and Eddie. And, there's a lot to be talked about with, like, the CalArt style and the bean mouths have ruined everything. And all, animation is homogenous now because of, monetary forces and blah, blah, blah. But,
Mm-hmm.
there really is something to be said for um, I don't know, just the impact of what old style cartoons look like. And I'm a big animation history person, so I love stuff like that. But um, yeah, I don't know. I really like honoring the stuff I grew up with because it did have such an impact on me. And um, I think it's sort of unavoidable. Like once you grow up in a culture, it's very hard to shake it.
Yeah, absolutely. I this week actually was because we had off camera when we were talking about branding and stuff. Said that our color scheme and stuff. You said reminded you of Secret Saturdays, and that was a show
Yeah.
I always wanted to watch and just never sort of was able to, or found the time or found the channel or whatever. But then this week I was like, okay, I want to know what cryptids were in Secret
Yeah.
Saturdays because, like, again, love a creature. So I was just doing a little deep dive earlier this week on that, and
It's
that
a
was really fun.
great
Yeah.
show. And the main reason it's a great show is that the hot brother, the like 20 something
Oh,
redhead, is voiced
yeah.
by the same guy who does Batman Beyond, um,
Uh.
Batman. And it's
Oh, I
like,
know.
oh, it's so good. It's just, well, maybe I don't need to air my opinions on the internet, but like it's such a fantastic show, and he's such a fun character. But yeah, the cryptids are very cool. I was very into cryptozoology as a kid. I was into like right when Discovery Channel went from being about science to being about like swamp creatures and aliens. That's like the
Yes,
crucible I was formed in.
my favorite.
Uh, this book is not looking like a book, which is an issue because it's like the most important part of the design. Hmm.
It'll get there.
How much time do we have?
Um, we have 29 minutes.
Okay. I can make a book in 29 minutes. I have almost every single other component done.
I'm
Except for the
getting
back.
there.
Except for the back. Um,
I'm like,
and
I
the
know
type.
how to do this, and then I don't. So-
Yeah. That's isn't that you're it's also so fascinating where the hardest things are
Mhm.
actually sometimes incredibly easy, and then the thing you think is going to be difficult turns out being like totally fine. Oh, wait, no, I figured out how to do it. I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm so smart.
Okay, I think we're getting somewhere.
Um, okay. It's also like anyone actually watching our design process. I'm so sorry. Well,
Oh
yours is
yeah,
probably fine, but mine is like,
not
oh, this
quite,
this
not
girl.
quite.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
okay.
I'm gonna have like book pages like flying out everywhere. I think that's the key. I do like these challenges where we can't see what we're doing. I think it's important.
I also agree with that. Uh, I enjoyed editing and then watching yours. Um, as I was watching mine as well.
Yeah. How
Because
was
that
that
just
process?
yeah, it was really fun. I really enjoyed it. It just gave me a very unique perspective on how you approach design and stuff, and like I said, I really enjoyed it.
I I complain about this all the time, but I swear I'm not bitter. But like when I was in school, I had a professor who was like, "You'll never be a designer. You'll only be a good teacher or critic,"
Hmm.
and which was like a hilarious like end of semester like note to receive. I was like, "Oh, okay. I guess I shouldn't be in school or something." But um, I normally that doesn't like affect me, but occasionally when I'm designing something really poorly I'm like, wow, like, yeah, it would be easier to be a design critic and just write all the time instead of trying to make things. Um, but then the Creative spirit consumes my body and soul, and then I have to make things.
I mean, I think I need to see the things that you create, and while it might be easier to be a critic, maybe, I think you're meant to be a designer, and you're meant to share your ideas and thoughts with the world. So
Uh, it's
what does he
everyone
know,
else's problem
honestly?
now.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, well, I mean, I don't know if I've even talked to you about this, but one of the things I want to do is I do want to start a criticism Substack soon of just different writing about contemporary design stuff. And part of that is that when I was in SF, I went to the MoMA, which that's like my main art museum from when I was in college. So I have um, fond ish memories of going there, and that's where I learned about art history for the first time really as an adult, was like seeing all the stuff they have there. And when I went this past week, oh my god, I can't believe it was almost only a week ago. They had an AI component of an installation, which was a
Uh,
Matisse installation, which really made me sick to my stomach. And they had another art piece in the museum that was AI, which had nothing to do with any of the other exhibits. It was just like, I think, a standalone video art piece that was done with AI. And it was really upsetting to me because I was like, come on, like, what are we doing? This is the home of art. Like, the whole point of this institution is to showcase art and to preserve it for future generations. And I was already considering like writing a Substack, but that experience made me be like, oh, actually, like this is very relevant and important, and I need to do this now. And I don't know, um, I do think there's an important, and sort of what we're doing is sort of the embodiment of this, but like to not just passively accept all the things that are happening in design and art right now, but to discuss them and challenge them and have strong opinions.
mm-hmm.
And I think like the public sort of deserves to have their voices heard when it comes to this stuff, when it comes to what are correct uses of art and what's the role of the public in art, and how should we respond to things like AI when we're being told they're inevitable. Um, and yeah, I don't know. That's just what I've been thinking about recently.
No, I absolutely agree. Especially because it's being shoved down our throats
Yeah.
so much that, and it's expected that we don't say anything, that we just adopt it, and
Yeah.
this is the new way, and we've lived without AI for so long.
For
Um,
forever. Literally.
yeah, especially generative AI. Because obviously there was like AI and other things, but um, it's just we need to be talking about all aspects of it. You can't tell me, oh, AI is so great, AI is so great, without talking about the environmental impacts that it has, and why are we sacrificing the environment for quote unquote productivity? Like it doesn't make sense. It's never gonna make sense. And I only perceive you as a sellout at
Yeah.
this point.
Well, I think the concern is also like it's also not real productivity. Like it's not even
It's not.
doing
It's
the
not.
thing it's claiming to do. So like yeah, and I think I really have a visceral concern when it comes to art specifically. It's like um productivity isn't the point for art. And obviously we've sort of led up to this awful era where every single artist feels like they have to have an Instagram page in order to make
Mm-hmm.
money.
Mm-hmm.
And the work is no longer about the work. It's about, what did you post your reel on Instagram?
Yeah.
And, now we're not making artwork. We're making ads effectively for Instagram, for TikTok. It's like
Yeah.
the platforms are controlling the art making process, and in a sense it's good that everyone can be an artist and like make whatever they want and be prolific, but it's really killing. I mean, at least for me, when I think about like, oh my God, like I have to just do something, I have to post something. It's
Yeah.
Karita Kent would have not been happy. Like to read this book and think about how completely different the art making culture is now, it totally makes sense why people are so burnt out and how just awful and difficult it is um to be a
Totally.
contemporary artist in many
No,
ways.
I guilty of being caught up in that whole thing as well. It's hard. It's hard and it's exhausting, and
Yeah.
obviously there is some exposure to be had, and it does get eyes on your art, but yeah, it's like you said, we're essentially making promo for Instagram or TikTok or whatever
Yeah, which
whatever
is
it is,
sad.
and it's sad, and it's also just exhausting, and it's almost expected of us now.
Yeah,
And
and I think sort of what's interesting, there's been this recent trend where different companies are doing ads where there's like a lot of really physical tactile work in the ads.
mhm,
There was one, I don't remember what company it was, but it was like they had all the actors dress up in these almost like Minecraft outfits. Um,
okay.
and it was like effectively like stop motion animation with people. And one of the reasons that ads like that are becoming common is because companies with a lot of money can now say like, oh, our ads aren't AI, right? Like we put in a
Mm.
ton of effort, and like Olivia Rodrigo's new album, like one of the music videos is like a lot of stop motion animation,
Oh,
which is
yep.
great. And I think part of that is this visceral feeling that like a lot of people, especially Gen Z and Gen Alpha, don't like AI, which is good,
Hmm.
and it's forcing creative agencies to not use AI, and to signal that, to say we're actually really doing everything by hand, which is good. I'm glad there's now some sort of backlash.
There should be. Um, I know the Olivia Rodrigo video that you're talking about. I have been vibing with her new album.
It's so good.
I feel like a teenage girl when I listen to it, and I love it.
Yes,
Like in all the right ways, I feel like a teenage girl. But
absolutely.
it's a very well made album.
Yeah.
Do you
No,
have
I'm
any? Do you have
obsessed.
any faves?
Um, oh my gosh. I really like You and Me. I
Mm,
like Purple. Actually, I mean, all of it is good. There isn't
yeah.
really anything I haven't been vibing with. I will say that the pickup on Honeybee being similar to the Chapel Roan song, which one is it? I can't remember. But the first four notes are like the same as not Pink Pony Club, one of the other ones,
Hmm.
is like jarring every time I listen to it. 'Cause I think they have the same producer. Um,
That makes sense. There's a similar cadence that's shared. I not that I know anything about music or anything, but I can sort of feel like there's a similar cadence between her, Taylor Swift, and
yes.
Chapel Roan. Not to say
Yeah.
that they're like doing the same things or anything like that, but there's like a cadence that is very similar that is shared between them, which
Yeah.
is catchy. But that's just my 2 cents on it.
No, absolutely. And there's been a
I
lot of
really like Maggots for Brains. That one has
yes
been
on repeat.
on repeat for me.
Yes, that one's very good. Yeah, it's very inspiring, honestly. Like
Hmm.
to hear something sort of new and exciting, that I'm vibing with makes me very happy. Oh my God, I literally have lost the plot of what's happening in my bookmark, and that's okay. Um,
I'm getting there. I'm not gonna say any. It's groundbreaking.
you can say it.
It's not true though. So,
My book still looks like a mustache.
oops. I'm excited to see yours.
I'm not. Do I have to Google what a book looks like? Like I'm holding one right now. Um, book clip art. Oh,
That's real though. Sometimes I need to see like a broken down version. Like what is it distilled down to its most basic elements?
yeah. No, these would all look like a mustache too, so this is not helpful. Um, okay. Well, how about I just finish everything else? How much time do we have?
We have 16 minutes going on 15.
Okay. There's I had mentioned to you that one of the artists I'm really inspired by is Felix Holgrave, and that's like what's leading some of my design choices. Specifically in that I'm using eyeballs and hands.
Ooh, wow.
You know,
Okay.
things everyone has always used. But there's also I can't remember this artist who's been literally everywhere. He's an illustrator. Wizard of Barge has these. I don't know if you've seen his work. He's very cool.
I
Um,
haven't, I don't think.
you've probably seen his products without knowing it, but he basically takes like 80s video game aesthetics mixed with like wizard fantasy stuff and then sort of distills it into like a sort of cartoony 2D vibrant colorful style that's very
Okay.
irreverent. It's like and also like a lot of like sort of sexual stuff, so it's like my other car is a gimp suit or like random stuff like that, you
Okay.
know. And I am realizing that like this design is like clearly not either of those two artists, but that's like what's influencing a little bit of this is like these um sort of like 80s 90s like weird strong funky energy is what I'm getting into. Also, it's kind of like clippy. You're when you look at this, you're gonna be like, none of these are coming through. But that's like what is making me think of while I'm doing it. It's also important to bring up. I think I brought this up last week. The Karita Kent like rule that's like, do not analyze your art and make it at the same time. Um, and I'm
Real, real.
really incapable of not doing that.
I love Clippy. Clippy's so cute.
Clippy's great. We need to bring him back, honestly. What's are you going I know you said you were also thinking cartoony or what's your sort of process without giving anything away? What's your process going on right now?
Um, my process, I'm going for like sketch cartoon,
Perfect.
if that makes sense.
Love that.
And I realized that I should have done something else before I did this other thing. Yeah,
Classic.
I did draw beforehand, and then I brought it in and image traced it. Actually, yeah, I'll talk about it more when we share. But
Yeah.
yeah, I just did some like crude type drawings, but cartoon inspired.
Oh, fantastic. I love that. Um, that's awesome. Hopefully these will be interesting sets. So what should we do with them? Should we like print them out and then put them everywhere?
I think that would be fun. I liked your idea of like making the poster in which people can take them, like a tear off sort of deal. Um, I don't know. I'm open. I think they can't just exist
Digitally.
digitally.
Yeah, I
I
agree with
think
that.
I think it would be fun to bring them to life. Obviously, share them with each other
Yeah, and the internet.
and the internet.
Oh my god, we're going for isomorphic skew in cyberspace.
Ooh,
And by that I mean I'm trying to do uh like I'm trying to make a 3D object 2D without understanding the perspective of it. Oh man.
I've been there.
Oh god.
I was when I was editing last time. I literally said, "What is perspective?" Anyway,
No, that's literally what's happening. Oh god. It's fine. It'll be fine.
okay.
No one
Now I
knows what a
can
book looks
do.
like.
A book can look however you want the book to look like.
You know what? That's so real. See, this is why everyone needs to learn how to draw because, you know, it's difficult, but it's good for you, probably.
Mm-hmm. I just got back into it this past weekend because I was really neglecting it and I was missing it, but was just kind of finding a lot of excuses not to do it, I think. And
Your
um,
stuff is great.
thanks, thank you. And that was not fishing for a compliment or anything like that. It was just nice to like get back into doing it.
Yeah.
Design feels so
Exhausting.
different. Uh, it I really can compartmentalize them in my brain. Like graphic design exists over here, art like drawing and stuff exists over here, and like I do one or the other to get reprieve from the other
Yes,
one.
absolutely.
Um, very rarely, not very rarely, but I don't always blend them together. I because they are compartmentalized in my brain for whatever reason. Also 10 minutes left.
Oh God.
But
No.
it was nice to start just drawing again. I spent my Sunday with my friend in the park and we just drew, and that was just really nice
Oh.
to be outside and also go back to a medium that I felt like I was neglecting for a little bit. So yeah, it was just overall really nice. And again, I love a little creature, and so I hadn't seen Star Wars Attack of the Clones since I was like a kid.
Okay.
Um, but I love the Colosseum scene because of the creatures,
Mm,
and I love specifically the alien cat, the Nexu.
yes.
And for a long time, I've been wanting to draw that when I got good enough, and so I was like, I'm gonna just watch it again for source material reference and whatnot, and then just draw myself a little Nexu, and so I did, and it was really nice just to like draw something because I wanted to.
That's so awesome. And I think that's like so mentally important too, to just be like, oh, I actually can draw and I'm good at it and I feel happy with this thing that I made and it's not
Yeah,
like driving me
or
insane.
yeah, like I'm happy with where I am, but I can always be better, kind of thing. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was just enjoyable to draw, to get it out, to do a little bit of coloring, and
Mm.
just yeah, just exist with the arts, I guess.
Oh, that's so nice. Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned this last time, but my one of my goals for this year was, or my New Year's resolution, haha, was to watercolor every day. And one of my best friends was like, "Oh, I'll do it with you," and I was like, "No, I don't want actual accountability. Uh, oh no, I actually have to do the work. Terrible." And then she like took it way more seriously than I did and has actually drawn every day. And I've drawn like almost every day. There were periods
you
where it was like
you're always doing art like
I
every
no, I know. Or
day.
sorry, watercolors specifically. I'm always
Okay,
I
okay.
do art every day. Whether I do watercolors every day is to be seen. But I mean it's been really nice to have an accountability partner to actually like do the art.
Yeah,
And even though I'm like, oh my God, like every day is a challenge and a triumph. But I think it's important to like, it's also kind of like a blessing to be able to make stuff every day. Like,
it
you
is.
know,
It
we're
is.
very lucky despite the horrors.
And we persist.
This is
We
getting,
have 7 minutes left.
oh God. It's just
It's
gonna
not.
have to be what it is.
It's.
Man.
I had some ideas. It's not quite what I envisioned. I think mostly my typography is not quite what I wanted, but I'm overall getting there. What do I
I
want?
haven't even thought about the back.
I designed them like simultaneously.
Oh, well, at least one of us was smart.
But
One of
I
us
but I
will have a
wanted like
huge part.
a well, I wanted them like similar to each other, like the same
Oh,
motif. So I was
got
like
it.
basically just like moving them back and forth.
Yeah, I think that's the right way to do this. I know there's no right way, but that feels like a more right way than whatever the hell I'm doing. Oh, jeez. I just. I wish I could talk to the computer and have it understand what I want.
Yes.
Okay, that's good enough. I give up.
Okay.
Okay. Does it look intentional or bad? Unsure. Unclear.
I think it looks intentional and good.
Oh, gosh, thank you.
Okay, 5 minutes.
Okay, great. Perfect.
I've had the like gradient pop up like how to use just it's like not going away, and I've just had
That's
it pulled up
so
this whole
funny.
time, but I've just been ignoring her. I finally put it away.
I'm also putting search history design on the back in case we do end up putting these out into the universe.
Oh, you're so smart. Maybe I should do that.
Um, oh jeez. Uh, yeah, maybe I'll just cheat. That seems like the right thing to do. Hold on.
Yeah. Well, I'm like,
Cheating and
do I pull up the other file with it in there, or do I just type it in already?
I think. Oh fuck. Oh no, I don't know how to do this without. Ugh, what a nightmare. I'm so close to this being done. Oh wait, hold on. Okay, we're doing this on two artboards so that I can cheat. I hate doing things the correct way. And so I will take any shortcut. So I'm like something I'm designing right now is in white, and instead of like cutting it down to the right size, I'm just like letting the white background do everything for me, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Um,
Work smarter, not harder.
I've never worked smart a day in my life, of course. Oh, wait, what happened to my circle? Okay. Hmm. Well, I could just give up. Should I just give up?
No.
Okay.
You're so close.
I am so close. Yay, okay. I isolated the thing I needed. Awesome. Yay, okay, great. I just need to do a border and then it's done. Oh my god, don't crash. Please don't crash. Done. Okay. Yay! Are we out of time?
No, we have 2 minutes, and I'm using them. This feels so. I didn't plan this. This is where I crash out because I did not plan on
That's totally
doing
fine.
that. Sort of an afterthought, but maybe not.
That's great. We love an afterthought. Okay.
Not necessarily like it there.
I don't know how I want to crop these. Okay. Whoops.
I kind of like it here.
Oh, hold on. That's... Oh my god. I'm just like destroying everything. Okay.
Okay. Final minute.
Great. What the fuck just happened? No, what's going on? Okay, whatever.
Maybe it's just one side. This is where we go nonverbal because final moments of the design.
Exactly. Okay, there we go. I'm like just trying to get the um artboard aligned correctly, and it's
Okay.
just like killing me. But it's fine. It's fine.
Okay, final 10 seconds.
Okay, great. I give up. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm happy with it. And we're so back. No technical difficulties. Everything went smoothly. We're here with our boxes.
Perfect.
Do you want to go first?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
We're gonna pretend they're the exact same size.
They are in my mind. No, they're like right there. I see what you mean about Clippy, and I love the movement in the pages that you got. That absolutely looks like a book. Does not look like a mustache.
Thank you.
This is. What did you do for the text? I love how you got this like pixelated.
I just bought this font, so I guess I had it free from DeFont for a long time.
Okay.
And I ended up, because I was doing a lot of pixel font stuff in school, and I had like designed a bunch of my own pixel fonts, but I can't remember what I designed this one, or sorry, got this one specifically for. I don't remember what I was designing where I needed this, but I used this in that poster I did earlier this week, and so I finally like went back and like actually bought the full font file because it was only free for personal use, and I do like to support independent type designers. I'll try to find it. It's what are you called? You are called Daydream.
Love. I
Yeah.
love this. It's giving pondering the orb. If you remember that meme.
I ponder the orb every day.
Yeah, so he's pondering the book. Ponder the book. So I'm obsessed with this. I love this. This is so your style.
Thank
I
you.
yeah, I love, and I need
When
one
you
from.
go back and watch the footage, it's literally 30 minutes of me making the book.
And it looks so good. I love
Well,
the movement.
but you'll laugh at it. It's literally, and for everyone who just watched this video, like you just saw me struggle with this. I was trying to do like head on symmetrical, and I
Okay.
did that for, I kid you not, 30 minutes. And then I was like, we're gonna do this like sideways, whatever.
Again, it's about the iteration, and I love the final product.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm really happy
All,
with these. I want to see yours.
all right. So this is mine.
Oh, yes. Whoa. Okay. The
So
guys.
so kind of cartoony as well. I just been looking at animation cycles and stuff like
Yes.
that.
Yes.
And I found this one that I really liked, just like a top view, and I just liked
Yeah.
how basic the shapes were. So I really wanted to embody that. So what I actually did is I drew it on my iPad. Then I got this little receipt printer thing for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And so I printed it out here on this receipt, and then I
Oh,
scanned it
wow.
onto my computer to get a like a grainier texture on it.
Oh my God.
So that was really fun because I had not woken up my scanner in like a year or two. Um, and I like the graininess that it ended up like giving the little figures and stuff.
That's
But
amazing.
yeah, I was just kind of thinking about like how reading opens up new avenues and just opens your mind and stuff. And I don't know, while I was drawing this little guy, I came up with this little phrase, new path for an open mind.
Yeah,
um
it's so creative. How many frames is the walk cycle? How many little guys is it?
There, it's
7?
a 10 frame like walk cycle, but I just did 5, and then I duplicated them, and then I did the blend step
Yes.
for the two sort of like movement guys or the little extra pieces here.
Yeah. Oh,
Uh,
I love that.
and then I've been wanting to use this background photo for a while in a design, but it's a picture I took in the Richmond
It's so
near
good.
Ocean Beach,
Yeah.
and I took it on my digital camera, and it just had this like really cool blue effect with the white, and the clouds are huge in the original photo, but I just wanted to use some like segments of it, and
It's
uh,
so good.
yeah, I just
It's
think
heartbreakingly good. I'm so jealous. This is so like 90s skate magazine aesthetic. Like it's really perfect, and with especially with the logo. I love that there's just a little bit of black at the bottom and it really helps sort of ground everything. And perfect for the two panels. I love the different like height of the clouds from both. Like feels like a Japanese banner composition from the 1800s.
thank you, thank you. I love street photography. I don't think that I'm good at it, but I love seeing other people's, and I think this is like one of the rare occasions where I captured something that I was like, "Oh, this is really cool," and I want to use it somehow. So I'm happy that I got to use it. And I appreciate just all the kudos. I love both of ours. I think they
So
mesh
different.
really nicely together just as our own personal styles.
Yeah, I went full literal and you went full abstract art. Just beautiful. I love it. I'm really obsessed. So you said for the weird ones that was just a blend and you like compressed it so that they're overlapping.
Yeah, so I just they were grouped originally. I ungrouped them, and then I just basically took these two and I did path, make path,
Yeah.
blend, and then I did specified steps, and I did 2 for this one, and then I did 3 for this one.
And you just filled in random components of it or did it come out like that?
It came out like that.
Yo, that's
Yeah,
great.
so I was really going like because I was ready to walk away from it if it looked weird, but I kind of like how kind of
No, it's
funky it turned
amazing.
out. I you never know what you get, especially with line art and then doing some of these like built-in functions and stuff. But I like how it blurred it, and I like how this one became more blobby, but this one
Yes.
sort of has better specified steps, and I think because of how it ungrouped, it kind of made this sort of morph blob between them. But I kind of like it.
I
I'm just
love
thinking
it.
like
I love abusing the technology.
yeah, and again, it goes back to what we've been talking about, the iteration of it all. Sometimes you just don't know what you're gonna get until you get it, and sometimes you like it, sometimes you don't. But I was
It's
happy with
perfect.
it. I really wanted this like head in the clouds look, and I
Yes.
and I think we embodied that in different ways. But
Yeah. Mine
the
mine is like the ether.
yeah, exactly. But
Disembodied
it's just
head
like
in the ether.
yeah, but it's just like open to all, like whatever it is. So
This is so cool. I'm like completely obsessed with just also just like the fun dimensionality of like guy walking on the ground from above, but like it's so fun the different angles that you got and then also the text it really feels like it's supposed to be there. It doesn't feel like it's impeding, which makes no sense, right? You have such like three radically different layers and they compose perfectly. Like it looks like a banner you would see like hanging outside. It looks like an advertise like in a positive way. It looks like an advertisement. Also, I love that you did different amounts of glow on the two sides for the text.
thank you, thank you. Um, this was so fun. This was so fun.
It's
I
great.
hope in I hope in a future project I get to do something skate related or
Yes.
skate magazine related. Until then, we'll just keep giving ourselves designs and challenges to do.
Yeah, I'm screenshotting yours so I can look at it later. It's so good. I'm happy with this.
I am too.
I'm gonna get mine printed. You should get yours printed. Should we just leave them everywhere? What's like the goal?
I think we should leave them everywhere. I don't we didn't talk about like how it exists later on, but
Yeah.
perhaps we flesh that out late, like after we record and stuff, and
Yeah.
maybe we talk about it next episode in terms of what we do with it and how it lives in the world in a physical piece. But at bare minimum, I think it would be fun to like post them around the city and just kind of check up on them, see who took a free bookmark, and perhaps maybe the next episode we design the poster that goes along with the bookmarks.
Yeah, I like that.
In terms of like copy and whatnot.
I also love a physically interactive poster. Like we could have a poster and it could have a pocket in it, and the pocket can have the bookmarks, and maybe the pocket is like handshake. Like there's anything.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Wow. Okay. I think we figured out what we want to do for the next episode already. So.
I also like really appreciate like the full disclosure. We have no plan. We are so open and authentic, and not in the creepy 2026 influencer way, but genuinely like we're making it up as we go, which I think is how design should be.
Yeah. It really is going by the seat of our pants, but at the same time, what can we make? I think there's so many possibilities out there, and it's a great practice for us to like work with print, and how can we get better at working with print files, bringing a digital piece into the physical. All of those things can just better enhance our skills, and I think it's a great sort of low stakes way to do it, to enhance our skills more by just doing a personal project. And so I think I look forward to it. I look forward to using your bookmark, and I look forward to sending
Likewise.
you one of my bookmarks.
Perfectly phrased. Perfect sign off on this. And I think we're good to go. Cool.
Yeah, I think this is a great way to end it. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to our next little project. And
like and subscribe and design and go
all
be your best self.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
See ya.
Awesome.